This call is now being recorded.
Alrighty. Hello, hello, and good morning, Clay. How are you today?
I'm great, Charlene. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. I appreciate you asking. And per usual, my computer is glitching a little bit, so please don't mind
Not at
me.
all, Charlene. I get your still photo at this time, but hey, we get to
We'll make
communicate
it
to each
work.
other. There we go.
Absolutely. Alrighty, Clay. Well, I'm excited to chat with you. We had some time to chat a little bit before the recording here,
Yes, we
but
did. Here we go.
yeah, if you don't mind, just tell me a little bit about your professional experience, please.
Absolutely. Well, I've been in logistics on and off now for approximately about 20 years. I've worked actually for Penske Logistics um, in Cleveland and also in Texas and also in New Jersey. I worked for them working for Ford, GM, Kraft Main Cabinetry. I was a logistics center manager where, in fact, I had upwards approximately about 65 drivers. I actually dealt in the as a logistics center manager. I dealt with hiring drivers as well as running a logistics center, dealing with uh, operational center as a logistics center supervisor. I dealt distributing with Ford and GM. We dealt in Cleveland. We dealt, of course, in those particular facilities. We dealt with a center super where we actually dealt with distributions sites in Laredo, Texas. I was there. I dealt actually with over the border. I dealt with drivers in Laredo, Texas, as well as in Mexico. And then also, while I was with Craft Made Cabinetry, I did actually up in Ohio. I did with Craft Made Cabinetry. I dealt with. I was in Cleveland. I also was in New Jersey. So I actually used to drive from Cleveland to New Jersey for approximately about 2 years. So I drove back and forth and worked in New Jersey for 2 years. So I actually did that for for about 2 years, dealing with that for Penske account. I dealt with dedicated logistics. I had 65 drivers work for them, and I dealt with actually the dealerships. So I did basically drivers working for dealerships there. Also, I was with a couple of other different types of accounts. I was with a number of different other type of businesses where I've actually been with Conway Freight. I was a logistics center supervisor for Conway. I've also been with, well, I just got done working for ABC. I was working for them actually as a dealing actually behind the desk, working for them for a period of time. Uh,
Yeah,
I've done a bit jack of all trades, so to speak. I hate to say a master of none.
you
That's kind
are.
of what my job's been. That's what I classify myself as.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Uh,
I'll jump in here
yeah, go
really
ahead.
quickly because you, for one, you a great introduction. I appreciate,
Sure.
all the details you were able to provide.
Hmm.
I only wanted to jump in because
Sure.
for one, your experience is it's you have a lot of experience,
I do.
right? Jack
Yes.
of
Yeah.
all trades. So you've
Yeah.
worked in logistics, right?
Right.
You've also been able to work behind the desk. Your last
Correct.
role was at ABC TV,
Yes.
customer service. For me,
Yes.
that shows that you're adaptable and you're
Yes.
you're you're open to, a multitude of roles, not
Correct.
just roles, not only roles, but also a various amount of industries. So
Correct.
that's super exciting. You're definitely workable. And from what it sounds like, you're definitely teachable, right? In all of
Oh,
these
absolutely.
roles, it
Hmm.
looks like you had to learn a new skill, perhaps a new software system as well.
Yes.
So that's amazing in itself. Now, actually touching base on systems, Clay, if you
Yes.
don't mind sharing
Hmm.
a few systems that you've worked with.
Yes, I've worked with LMS, WMS, SAP. I've been trained on SAP with Hitachi America, with
Mhm.
actually with UPS. I actually cross-referenced SAP with UPS, also with well, I was trained with Hitachi, and then also with UPS, and then my last position, I also worked with SAP as well. So I've actually used SAP with a couple different companies. So I've
Mhm.
actually been trained and cross-trained in that, and then I've been doing inventories for the last 15 years, and used SAP cross-reference from Hitachi, and then in the UPS, and then the last company I was with as well. So I've been able to utilize that cross-reference through 4 different companies. So it's been nice to be able to utilize that on a consistent basis.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
Mhm.
and how about, let's see, Outlook as well as Google Workplace?
Oh,
I'm sure you've
absolutely.
used those.
Yeah, I've used Google. I've used PowerPoint,
Yep.
presentations, Excel, as well as Outlook. I've used all those, yes. Mhm.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Now, Clay, I know we touched base on this a little bit before we started recording.
Sure.
In reference to your availability, when
Yes.
were you able, or when were you looking to start a new position?
Actually, I'm looking to start after next Monday. I'd be available to go ahead and start start after next Monday. So I'd be
Absolutely.
able at that point. Yes.
And do you have any vacation time? Do you have any, appointments coming up the next 30 days that, my client should be aware of?
I do have a week in March,
Mhm.
around the 17th. After that, I do not, but that's the only time that I have anything that's actually scheduled at this point. But other than that, that's the only thing I have at this point.
Okay, wonderful. And we can always touch base on the dates as well once we
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
further down the process here.
Sure,
But
absolutely, ma'am.
yeah, Clay, it was a pleasure speaking to you this morning.
Sure,
I
and
do
you as
want
well, Charlene.
to, yeah, thank you. I want to go ahead and just wrap up this interview. If
Mhm.
you don't mind, stay with me here really quickly. I want
will.
to continue chatting with you.
Absolutely, Charlene. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Absolutely.